Good day to you, my beautiful friend, and welcome back. We're here doing the lessons of A Course in Miracles, and today we're going to be doing lesson number 7, my lucky number. Maybe it's yours too. So this is a great lesson because it is a tough lesson, and it gives us a little bit of a summary explanation of the logic behind some of the previous lessons. So the title of this lesson, it's of all the themes that do flow into my mind from time to time, this is one of the ones that does not, because it kind of picks at me a little. It definitely accuses you of being of seeing the wrong thing just right in the title. So I don't know, I find this one to be a little harder to call upon, but very, 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 very accurate when I'm triggered. So anyway, the title of this lesson today is I See Only the Past. This idea is particularly difficult to believe at first, yet it is the rationale for all the preceding ones. It is the reason why nothing that you see means anything. It is the reason why you have given everything you see all the meaning it has for you. It is the reason why you do not understand anything you see. It is the reason why your thoughts do not mean anything, and why they are like the things you see. It is the reason why you are never upset for the reason you think. It is the reason why you are upset because you see something that is not there. Old ideas about time are very difficult to change because everything you believe is rooted in time and depends on your not learning new ideas about it. Yet, that is precisely why you need new ideas about time. The first time idea is not really so strange as it may sound at first. So this is our first time idea. Thank you, Jesus. Look at a cup, for example. Do you see a cup, or are you merely reviewing your past experiences of picking up a cup, being thirsty, drinking from a cup, feeling the rim of the cup against your lips, having breakfast, and so on? Are not your aesthetic reactions to the cup too based on past experiences? How else would you know whether or not this kind of cup will break if you drop it? What do you know about this cup except what you learned in the past? Very good question. Would you have no idea what this cup is except for your past learning? Do you then really see it? Look about you. This is equally true of whatever you look at. Acknowledge this by applying the idea for today indiscriminately to whatever catches your eye. For example, and I'm going to just look at what I see here. I see only the past in this body of water before me. I see only the past in that palm tree. I see only the past in those clouds. I see only the past in this deck. I see only the past in that body. I see only the past in that face. And you'll have yours as you do your exercise. Do not linger on any one thing in particular, but remember to omit nothing specifically. Glance briefly at each subject and then move on to the next. 3 or 4 practice periods, each to last a minute or so, will be enough. Okay, so there you have lesson 7. One thing that came to mind was asking you, how do you remember to do something 3 or 4 times throughout the day? So this lesson, I see only the past, only needs to be done a couple of minutes, 3 or 4 times a day. So I'm wondering, when are you doing them? Are you only doing them when you see this video in the morning, or are you remembering to do them at different times throughout the day? And I ask that because applying these lessons when you're in those different versions of yourself kind of out and about in the day, whether it's work or whether you're out with friends, whether you're with your partner, especially people who aren't necessarily a Course in Miracles student like you are, or following these teachings like you are, that is where these teachings count the most. So I'm wondering, how do you remind yourself throughout the day, particularly when you're not just like in your morning spiritual place or whatever time of the day you do your spiritual work? Like, this isn't separate from life. This is life. And when you're out interacting and you're potentially having this sort of spectrum of emotions that you're experiencing throughout the day, that's when you grab onto these lessons and practice them. And this being such a short practice, 1 or 2 minutes, if you're with someone or doing something that you feel like is just making you feel a certain way, that's when you should say, I see only the past in, whatever's around you. So I am curious if anyone would like to share about how you're reminding yourself to do these things 3 or 4 times throughout the day. For me personally, with this stretch of lessons we've done so far, I was in Puerto Rico at a natural health institute with a fair amount of time on my hands, and so it was easy for me to remember because I just saw the book and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do my lesson. So for those of you who are doing a lot of different things throughout the day, I'm curious, how do you stay with this? And my recommendation to you, if you're not, is pull this into your life in all these other different areas. You could be in the bathroom on the toilet and see something and think, I see only the past. But just remember, this isn't just your spiritual time in a little protected cove of quiet and peace. This book is about life, about when it's good, bad, ugly, and everything in between. So that's my question and recommendation for everyone today. I hope you enjoyed this one, lesson 7, I see only the past. It's one that can bring up a little bit of emotions and a little question in what is the purpose of this again? Why are we doing this? Trust the process. It's a beautiful unfolding that's happening to you right now. I love you so much. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.